parents' house, and I am about to videotape my mother doing what she is a master at, and that is baking. Hi, Mommy.
Hi, Petunia.
What are you making?
I'm making 2 sour cream pound cakes from scratch. Yeah.
2. Now, y'all have to understand, okay, my mom is awesome at cooking. Mama, how did you learn how to cook? Let's just talk about that a little bit. Let's make this a cultural thing here. How did you learn how to cook?
I watched my grandmother. I watched my mother. Yeah. And maybe a couple of my older sisters. But I watched. It was a hands-on thing. We didn't have recipes or cookbooks and all that stuff.
All right.
Although they're not bad. I mean, if you need them, use them. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm not knocking them. But I cook from the heart.
All right,
little
so
this, little of that.
You can keep doing what you're doing, and I can ask you questions while you prepare your thing. But yeah, my mom. I have to tell y'all, when I moved on my own or whatnot, and I would ask my mom a question. Mama, send me a recipe. Mom, I need to know how. She says, well, there's no. What would you tell me, Mom, when I would ask you for give me a recipe?
I don't really have any. I cook off the top of my head. I call it cooking from the heart.
That's what she calls it, cooking from the heart.
I call it cooking from the heart. Yeah, Mama cooks from the heart.
Do any of y'all
I don't use cookbooks, recipe books, and none of those types of things?
Does any of this make sense to some of y'all? Because I know with me, like, maybe, I don't know, maybe it's, I wouldn't say it's my generation, I wouldn't say, maybe it's just me, but I love to have a written thing that I can go by and I can follow, and I can manipulate that same thing over and over and over again. My mama, not like that. Not like that at all. Bless you, Mama, bless you. Okay, so I guess we'll need to give the family secret recipe, but yeah, she's making this from scratch. Do you think it's important, Mama? Because you said you're making 2, right? Because and the reason why she's making 2 is because she's making 1 for a friend,
which I thought was gonna be for them.
Yes, and she's making another one for my dad. Now, Mama, why is it so important for you to bake for Daddy?
Because he feels like if you don't make him a cake, he feels slighted. If you slighted him, and don't want to do that. He loves homemade cakes. And I don't have the heart to make one for a friend or someone like that and not make one for him. Because that's how much I love him.
See, my mother is selfless. I don't think y'all may not realize that by now. But yes, she's a very selfless, self-sacrificing type of woman. And I know that there is a lady on one of my videos, I think it's the one about who ruled the world or who runs the world, that was giving me her thoughts. It's actually a video response, so definitely check out that video response. And she was giving me a perspective on how, when you become a mother, you have to, and a wife, there's things that you put others before yourself. And I can tell you from just my mother and the type of example of a very humble, a very loving, caring, strong mother and wife, that is exactly what she's done. And she does that with her cooking. I'll find out, since I've been home, I came home for a couple of weeks to do some research or whatnot, and to just hang out and chill and get some good food. And I can tell you, like, my mom, the cooking, she just does it. I don't know. And I know for me and for other girls or women, young women that are considering getting married in the future or whatnot, definitely I would say look to the women in your life that has that model, that has that example of what they do. Because my mom and my dad have been married for how long? How long have y'all been married, Mom?
27 years.
27 years.
It'll be 28 years in November.
Right. And I'm 25,
and you
so
need to know how to cook.
So you see that? That was a prereq. Why should we know how to cook? Those of us that want to get married.
Well, if you don't know how to cook, some other woman will cook for you, man. I'm just keeping it real. Someone else will do it for you.
Yeah.
So if you don't know how to cook, okay, get your recipes, cookbooks, whatever. Find out from some of your sisters at church or some of your sister girls circles or what have you. Just and just learn to cook. And then, and for one thing, you're not just feeding him; you got to eat too.
Mm-hmm.
And if you have children, you want them to eat as well. And so
no TV dinners, Mama. No going to Burger King to get
I've
your
never
kid or your
done
husband
it.
something to eat.
No, not unless you want them in the box.
You want them in the box. When you say that, for
I'll
those
just say that's something that
that means the
life.
coffin. That means 6 feet under.
Yeah.
That means
Ready for the box.
chrysanthemums or other types of flowers laying on top of your casket. That's what she means.
Ready for the box.
Okay.
Those things, I mean, people, I'm not
Granted.
I've eaten Burger King before. I'm not going to say I've never eaten Burger King, McDonald's,
like Burger
and all
King.
that. But when you learn better, you do better.
Okay.
That's what I've done.
Okay. Okay. Yes. I was trying to figure out how I could tie BMO into that, but I cannot.
Yeah.
But and again, like she says, it depends on the type of person, because for my research, I just got done interviewing an 87-year-old lady that actually uses she's bought TV dinners a lot when she was living in Long Island. So, I mean, maybe it works for some people. I didn't grow up on eating TV dinners. I didn't grow up on eating canned food, and so when I eat it now, I can't stomach it. I just cannot. I'm used to eating home cooked meals, so that's one thing that I definitely had to learn and master when I was living on my own. So, there's a lot of young girls out there that watch me, that ask me questions about college and going to school and all of that. Yes, getting your grades is important. Make sure you're getting those grades. Making sure that you're being involved while you're in college is important. But you also have to get proper sustenance when you're by yourself. And if you're not living at home with mommy and daddy, or your grandmama or your auntie or whatever is not around, then you have to learn to.
You can't be Mo if you don't.
Right. You have to. Yes. You have to learn to be self-sufficient when you're on your own. So definitely, my mom has always told me, if I want to learn how to make something that she's making, I have to come in the kitchen and I have to watch her. She's not going to write down a recipe. Now me,
come to the room and give it to you and all that. No.
So what I have to do though is I have to bring me a notebook and a pen and just jot down notes as she's cooking, because
come on in the OJT, on the job training.
Right.
You know how to do it. You got to be here. You got to come right on in here and just pay attention.
So I have a question. I have another question for you. Do you think that men should be in the kitchen as much as women? Mom, that's so weird, because I know like some women like around my age or whatever feel like, having a man cook or whatever for you, that's considered sexy, or that's considered nice and desirable.
By all means, it sure is sexy. Especially if you know how to make it taste good.